create cities made for living. So that's our mantra, making cities for living. And how we try to achieve that is making cities that see reduced short car journeys on the road, so that we can help ease congestion. We can have cities where you're not restricted in your travel based on which part of the city you live in, based on whether you can afford a rail card or a bus card. A lot of people either have to walk very far distances to get to their local bus station, because a lot of people want to do the right thing and don't want to, use big diesel guzzling cars on the road anymore. But sometimes that's just not achievable. So e-scooters come in to try and help people, travel about in a more sustainable way. And whilst we're in lockdown in the UK as well, in a socially distant way as well.
And as well as that, Sam, they bring a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of fun. Loads of people enjoying using them. I haven't had a go myself yet. My mission is on to do it this year. We've got to say, in Liverpool alone, since September, 130,000 different rides. And we're still not at full capacity with the number of scooters yet on our roads, are we?
No, not yet. So the numbers that we've seen in Liverpool have been fantastic. So as you say, we launched in September, October time, and we've had 130,000 rides in that period. That's over 30,000 individual riders as well. So we're seeing a lot of people sign up and then use the service continuously as well, which is brilliant. So it shows that they're enjoying the service. As you say, they're finding it a fun way to travel, but it's also serving them their needs and getting them where they want to go. We wanted to make sure we did this safely, and we wanted to take our time. So in partnership with the council, the combined authority and the police, what we've done is we've started slowly with just a handful of scooters in the city centre, and then in line with demand and in line with more and more people understanding what the scooters are there for and how to use them safely and responsibly, we've started to build up more and more across the city and with more and more scooters on the roads.
And as well, we got to say, there's a speed cap on these scooters. So in general, they can't go faster than 15.5 miles per hour, which isn't fast at all, really, is it? And in Liverpool, there's an even lower cap just to get us started, isn't it?
Yeah, so 15.5 miles per hour is the cap for scooters put in place by the UK government. And our vehicle in the UK cannot go above 15.5 miles per hour. When we started in Liverpool, we kept the speed just at 10 miles per hour. We just wanted to make sure that whilst the scooters are so new and it's quite it's very much in its infancy in Liverpool, we just wanted to help people get used to the service, make sure they were doing it responsibly.
Are our roads safe enough for scooters? Is it the same as a cyclist using the roads, for instance?
Yeah, it's completely safe. So it's very similar to cyclists in terms of where they can go. So e-scooters are only allowed in cycle lanes or roads. They're not allowed on motorways. Then we take a lot of measures to make sure that our riders are using the scooters responsibly, not just for their own safety, although that is of course paramount, but to make sure that they're not riding dangerously, which might put other road users and drivers at risk. So we make sure that all of our users need a driver's license or a provisional before they sign up, and you have to be 18 in Liverpool as well. And we also go through an onboarding process. So when you first sign up, before you can take your first ride, you have to go through a list of do's and don'ts and education on how to use the scooter. And we're also the first company with an accredited online e-scooter traffic school as well. We work closely with the police in Liverpool to make sure that people are using them safely, and it's gone fantastic. A lot of people are being, absolutely spot on with the vehicles, and we're not seeing any problems or people putting other road users at risk.
How do we do it, Sam? Because there's apps, there's websites, it all looks really cool on the site as well. You can download an app, can't we?
Yeah, so it's very straightforward. You just download the Voi app, which you can find in the App Store, the Google Store, the Play Store. And then it's just a number of steps you need to go through, and it's very straightforward. So you just put in your email and your personal details, and then a local map will come up of your area, and it shows you where the nearest scooter is. And then once you find your scooter, you scan the code between the handlebars, and before you take your first ride, you will be asked to show your provisional or your driver's license. And then you scan your license. You have to take a quick selfie just to show that the person in the license is the person who's used the vehicle as well. And then once you pass that check, you're ready to go. And it comes up on the phone, the speed zone. So we regulate the city in terms of whether you have to go at a lower speed in different parts of the city. So for example, if we know there's a lot of pedestrians in one area, we can automatically make the scooter drop down to 5 miles per hour. And that happens automatically. The user doesn't need to do anything. And then that's it. You're just on your way. And in terms of parking across the city, we have a free floating model, which means that you can park anywhere across the city as long as you're doing so responsibly. And we also have what we call an incentivized parking zones across the city, which just means that if you park the scooter in one of these areas, we will give you discounts off your next rides. And it's just a way of encouraging responsible parking and trying to encourage people to park in certain areas which we think will benefit the city. So near bike racks or near bus stations, for example.
Do you know what? I love it. It's going to be the summer of scooters in Liverpool. I can't wait to see what happens and to see this grow as well right across the city region. Now in Liverpool, Voice Scooters are here. Sam Pooke, thank you so much for chatting to us.
Thanks, Jim.